In case you missed it this morning between 6 and 10, this is the Tom and Vicky Podcast.
You mentioned the new Marvel movie, Shang-Chi.
Yes.
Did you know this? Did you ever watch the TV show Kim's Convenience?
No.
Okay, that was a
Canadian show.
CBC comedy. It was very good. It was really well done. And the actor, now I don't know if I pronounce it right, Simu Liu or Lee.
Okay.
Young guy.
Yeah.
Who plays Shang-Chi was in Kim's Convenience. That's his career started. He's a Canadian guy.
He's a Canadian
Yeah.
guy? Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
It's starring in a Marvel movie.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
he goes from a Canadian sitcom, which, I mean, again, the show was good. I watched it. It was funny. But, it's a Canadian sitcom to a Marvel hero.
That is the jump of all jumps.
In like 2 years.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Crazy. Even Dan Levy. I mean, he's doing pretty well for himself, but he's not in a Marvel movie.
Not yet.
That's right.
Don't count them out.
Just wait for it. This kid's big. He's going places.
They'll come up with a character for him. They'll dig deep into the comics. They'll find one.
That's right.
They'll find a Marvel hero with big eyebrows.
That's his superpower.
Exactly.
Just fights people with those things.
The Tom and Vicky Podcast.
So I was able to educate you and maybe some others a little bit about the new Marvel superhero, Shang-Chi, being on Kim's Convenience here in Canada.
Yeah, Canadian guy.
Canadian sitcom, yeah. So it's great for him. But I need education about that ABBA story you were talking about. And first things first here, okay? Someone hears me say ABBA right now, the ABBA story, because I know I'll get it. What are you talking about, McGraw? Okay, listen, don't lie. I don't want anyone to lie. There is not a person on this earth who doesn't hum along to an ABBA song every now and then.
It is somehow ingrained with us without even trying. There is an ABBA song ingrained in you. You can't help but tap along.
Yeah, don't
What, you don't
me,
know Dancing Queen? Give me a break.
Right.
Yeah, right.
My go-to was always Chiquitita.
Oh, I don't even think I know that one.
You don't?
No.
Oh, Chiquitita.
Okay, I've got some homework to do over the weekend.
You do. But anyway, you say because they have been away for a long time. Like they retired more or less, I guess, or whatever they did years and years ago.
I mean, what was their prime time? The 70s?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they in a limited way, they did perform, they did tour, not a lot, and then they just stopped.
Yeah.
But the songs have been there forever anyway,
Totally.
right? They're not going away
Well, and then you had the
soon.
Mamma Mia musical.
Oh, that's right. They
that
used
kind
them all
of
again.
Introduced it to a new generation.
It revived them all.
Yeah.
Right? So, but my question is, are they going back in concert, or is this the whole thing fake?
Now, no, my understanding is because with this press release yesterday, it was a picture of all of them current day.
Okay.
And they're in like black leotards with all these colorful like dots and balls on them.
Okay.
So they will be performing live at these concerts.
Oh, they will.
But I guess what's going to be projected to the audience is the younger version of themselves. Like this, I don't believe that this has ever been done. We've seen the hologram concerts and regular concerts. This is kind of a mishmash of the two.
Now that's interesting all of a sudden.
You know what? I wouldn't mind checking that out.
The real people are there.
They're there. They're singing live. They're performing.
Good. Okay, because the hologram thing, I would never pay a dime to go see.
I agree.
Right? When the human beings aren't there.
Yeah, you might as well just watch a YouTube clip.
That's right, yeah. But you're saying they're there, and I appreciate this. Because the ABBA members, they got to be like 100 now anyway, so they just don't like the way they look.
Right. Now, wouldn't it be great if we could translate this into real life and just have our younger self hologram walk around and, be seen by the world?
Yeah.
The Tom and Vicky Podcast.
We're talking about ABBA. Call it a guilty pleasure or something that you just can't even avoid.
That's right.
But you hear an ABBA song, let's say in an elevator, in a mall or something.
Yeah.
And you just start singing along.
You're tapping along.
That's all there is
can't
to
help
it. Yeah. So it brings me to this question then. I will tell you this about myself and then throw out the question then, okay? So I admit anyone else would be lying if they said they didn't sing along to an ABBA song at some point. Okay, but they will not be a band that I would put on my playlist, though.
Right,
Like on my phone.
Yep.
Okay, but there is one other, let's call it kitschy act that I do have on my phone.
Okay.
And that would be, I guess, the guilty pleasure, if that's the term for it.
All right.
Right? That you generally don't reveal to people, but I will.
Uh-huh.
Because I want to hear it from you and others.
Okay.
What it is. Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond, a specific song or the artist himself?
Yeah, just Neil.
Okay.
Okay. If you're a Neil guy,
is that a guilty pleasure though?
sure it is.
Really?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, Sweet Caroline is
It's as kitschy as it gets, though.
I don't know
It's
that
as-
I would put it
it's
in the
as-
kitsch category.
Oh no! Oh, why? Because you've gone
Because everyone loves it. Like
Because
that's
you-
not
yeah.
something to be
Okay.
embarrassed
Okay.
by if it comes
Yeah.
on.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that
All
counts.
right. All right. Well, I'll give you another example. That maybe you're right. That's an example because that superseded anything else.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And it brought
People love it when it
brought
comes
him to a
on.
different place.
Yeah.
Okay. But how about I'll throw you a corny one.
Okay.
Forever in blue jeans.
The Tom and Vicky Podcast.
Have you been reading, like I have, about, I guess, road rage incidents
Yes.
are way up? Even you see the crazy ones on
the roads?
like on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
The videos from, like, let's say the States or Russia.
Yeah,
or
where
something,
somebody
but- yeah.
takes out a gun
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
they get out of hand.
Yeah, but I mean, the numbers I'm talking about are here, like right here in our area.
Right.
The road rage.
Yeah.
Now, it's kind of understandable because the other topic that we're all talking about is how much construction there is right now. Mm-hmm. Seems like more than ever before. Like you can't go make two turns.
But does it? I feel like there's always construction every summer. Is it any more than it was before?
I do believe it is.
Okay.
But that might be all relative to where you go. Like
that's true.
You would take, I assume, the same route home every day?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you go anywhere else?
Yes, I go other places. I'm just saying, like, yeah, construction in Winnipeg in the summertime, it's in different places, but it seems about the same amount this year.
I think that you will find that it is more. Okay.
Okay.
And that is part of the reason for the road rage.
I think it's, well, and I think it's just been a weird couple years. I think that has something to
yes.
do with it as well. People
Again.
are angry about everything.
Right. Exactly.
So you put that all in a blender,
Yeah.
and there you go. You got a road rage smoothie.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what the numbers are up for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
Okay, not a good thing.
No, it's not.
Okay, but
Do you get you don't get road rage?
I know I don't because it's like there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
So someone cuts me. I don't care.
Yeah.
What do you care? Do you care?
I care. I don't want to care, but I care.
Have you ever become enraged on the road?
You know what I do, though, when I do get enraged and I want to, like, flip somebody off or whatever, maybe they're following me too closely or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think of those extreme cases in the States where somebody, like, comes out of their car with a crowbar. That's
Yeah.
the thing. You don't know who you're flipping off or whatever. And it can escalate into
Okay.
something crazy. So that's what keeps
Right.
me in check from,
Yeah.
you know,
Yes.
showing my true feelings
And
on the road.
You know, you're right. I bet you if you did some research on the road rage cases, it started with something as innocent as little Vicky going, "Hey, you."
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, you're lying dead on the street
Sounds like a Law and Order episode.
because you dealt with the wrong dude.
Exactly. So, you know what? As I do get road rage, but I try to keep it in check because it's not worth losing your life over.
Okay. Well, the reason I bring it up is for a number of reasons. It's a catch-22 anyway.
Yeah.
The construction, we complain about the roads, but then we need the construction. Then we complain about the construction when they're fixing the roads.
It's a vicious cycle.
But it is a cycle. It's a Winnipeg thing. We know that. But there's a specific driving thing because of the construction, okay, I'm going to help people out here.
Okay.
Okay.
You've got an answer to a problem.
You will see ahead of you that the lane is closing. It's that sign with the little ... dots.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, oh, damn it, that lane's closing. The lane I'm in is closing.
Right. Yeah.
So you get over. Mm-hmm. But how soon do you get over? Because when you get over, then say it's the left lane that's closing. Mm-hmm. You get over to the right.
Yeah.
And what do you see? I'll tell you what you see.
What do you see?
Okay, you see a whole bunch of cars. Now you're at a standstill on the right.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of cars going up the left side.
Yes.
And then cutting in later on.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to just stay where you are and wait for that person to let you in?
Oh, well, what I'm saying is don't go into that lane, the only lane that's open. Like the lane that's going to close.
Yeah. Be
the left guy. Don't be the right guy.
But sometimes you can't help it. You don't know it's coming until it's right there.
Well, you don't look ahead when you drive?
Well, but sometimes, there's cars in the way. You can't see the signs, and you don't realize that you're in the wrong lane until it's too late if traffic's backed up.
Well, you know what? I think you need a higher seat.
The Tom and Vicky Podcast.
So I said I was going to help people out with that whole driving and then the lane closed thing.
Right.
Okay.
You got a solution to that?
Yeah. Now, you said sometimes you end up there, you didn't see any signs, and all of a sudden you're in a closed lane.
Yeah.
Or you're in the lane that, it's not closed, but it's the open one, but you're stuck there.
That's right. You don't mean to cut the line in the closed lane like you think people are doing, but you just end up there by accident. Trent on text says, Vicky hit the nail on the head with this one. As much as I love this city, Winnipeg is terrible for springing construction on us at the last minute. There's typically little to no advance notice that there's a lane closure ahead until you arrive at it. It's very frustrating.
I don't agree with that at all, actually. I look farther ahead when I drive. I don't know.
It's not like you have a very tall vehicle either.
No.
I'm always I go down Portage Avenue all the time, and every day there's a new lane that's closed. It's like a video game.
Yeah, that's right. But it's not like you can see it a block ahead.
Sometimes if it's too backed up, you can't.
Again.
And you don't realize you're in the closing lane.
Again, telephone book on your seat. Okay. Look, so we got to get your head over the dashboard to start with.
That's right. Okay, so what is your solution to this problem?
To trust someone like myself with a big head.
Okay.
I can see a lot out there when I'm driving.
You got the bird's eye view.
I do.
All right.
So here it is. The left lane is going to close.
Okay.
So that means there's going to be a merge at some point where cars come in. And there's always this light ahead of you. So now you're in this long lineup in the right-hand lane, the only lane that's left open.
Yeah.
Okay? And there's a traffic light up there that like 4 or 5 cars get through, and then it goes red again.
Yeah.
You can be there for 15 minutes. But in the meantime, you've seen these cars, and it happens. They come up that left lane before it closes.
Yeah.
They pass you,
right,
and they deke in ahead of you, and you've already been sitting for 10 minutes.
Yes.
You hate those people.
Well, but I think of myself as one of those people. I don't mean to cut ahead. That's just like, oh, shoot, this lane is closing. And okay, so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If you see up ahead the lane is closing, it's open, but you think, okay, I got to get into this right lane now.
Yeah.
Do you stop at the point you're at right there
and
keep it all open?
That's what I was going to help people out with. No,
all right.
No, I'm that guy. I wanted to admit this. I'm that guy going up the left lane as far as I can. Okay?
Okay. That people are calling a jerk?
I'm the jerk.
Oh, you're the jerk.
Yeah, but I'm not. That's what I'm here to tell everybody.
Okay.
I'm not the jerk.
Okay.
Because that's the best way, traffic experts say, to do it, to keep the flow going. Don't get into the right lane, the one that's going to remain open, too soon. Keep going. Keep going in that left lane, and then, you scissor in at the end. Right?
The
or
zipper merge.
You zipper in at the end. Yeah. That's the best. Get as most cars up to front as possible.
Then why are we fighting about this? I agree.
Well, I make the whole moral of the story is when you see that person, you say that's a jerk.
Okay,
they're getting ahead of all of us sitting here.
Yeah.
No, be the jerk.
Okay,
is what I'm saying. I'm encouraging you. Okay, be that person.
Be the jerk, Tom McGoran.
You just
quote
inadvertently yourself, Vic. You just end up being the jerk because you can't see. You didn't even know.
I don't know I'm the jerk till it's too late.
You didn't know you were the jerk.
The Tom and Vicky Podcast.
And it was around this time, I think, we started talking about somehow the towel issue came up. And I'm still shocked to find out that most people who are living together, partners, that they have their own separate towels. If you had two towels in the bathroom, one is yours, one is theirs.
Yeah.
And I had no idea this was going on.
In pretty much every household, there were a few that trickled in that were on your side, but like very few.
Well, like 1% maybe.
Yeah.
That was it.
If that.
Yeah, exactly. 99%.
Major
minority.
minority.
No, I said, Tammy and we just got towels hanging there, and you use whatever one you want. Mm-hmm. Well, then I get home yesterday.
Did I not see this coming?
Well, you didn't mention anything, but you were hoping for it. I know that.
Well, I asked you, does Tammy know about this?
Yeah,
and you're like,
said,
yes.
Okay, sure
right.
She does.
Okay, tell us.
Now, I want to get back. Well, I will, but just before I do, I want to get back to one word that you used yesterday about, yes, it's an understanding.
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of things that are just an understanding between couples.
Yeah.
They're just,
that's just how the household works. Everyone gets it.
And maybe it never came up.
Yeah.
Or maybe it did, but it's an understanding. Okay, that you got to remember these things. I got to put it in my phone now, I guess. But anyway, all the understandings. And I said, "Oh no, we're cool. We don't have a towel. We don't care what towel we use."
Right.
And when Tammy says, "Hey, I heard you and Vicky talking about the towels." We do have an understanding.
I don't know. It sounds like a misunderstanding to me.
That's exactly what it was. I said, do we? She said, yeah, mine's on the left, yours is on the right. I said, I don't think I ever knew that. And they're the same color.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, I always went with the dry one. She said, yeah, that was mine.
So this has probably been bubbling up in her for a while now. Like, you use my towel again.
Well, we straightened that one out.
Okay. And now it's an understanding
exactly.
again.
Catch the Tom and Vicky Podcast at 943thedrive.ca or the 943 The Drive app.